Hello, it's Tracy from the Wildlife Garden. This is my video this week, and it's all about our favourite spot in the garden, really. Done a lot about just outside the house. This is our seating area. It's south facing. One wall is west facing and one wall is east facing, so they both get a lot of sun. One side gets all the early morning sun and the other side gets the late afternoon, early evening sun. And so the plants I've put out here are mainly ones that I know have a high nectar content, and generally they're covered in bees and butterflies. It's early morning, so there aren't many bees about at the moment, but so we've got a mint, and we've got the white plant, the white flower is called Veronica, and I've got my verbena boreonsis down here. Those are the drumstick alliums, again popular with bees. The honeysuckle was absolutely busy with bees when that was in flower. And so this is my sort of pollinator path, really. It's all outside the house, and it's also the view I get from the kitchen window when I'm washing up, and I'll show you some of the things I've seen while washing up. It's the verbena, obviously. Here we are, got a bee on it now. We've had the hummingbird hawk moth on it several times, but not managed to catch it. Snapdragons, again, really good pollinator plants. This is a pink one. I've just cut it back, and it's sending up a lot of new buds now. In fact, since I filmed this, they have opened. This is another verbena. It's called verbena Hampton or Bampton, but I haven't seen any activity on there, really. Some of the small hoverflies have used it, and here we are. This is a snapdragon with a very small bee on it. It may be a yellow-faced bee, I'm not sure, but just to show how they crawl inside. They don't have to open them like the big bumblebees do, but they can manage to crawl inside them and get really covered in pollen when it comes out. If you can zoom in on the film if you like. If you just put your two fingers on the screen and pull them apart, you can zoom in on the bee, and you'll see how much pollen it's got on its legs. So not just a nectar source, but a pollen source as well. These crucial little tiny bees that get overlooked in the garden. Yeah, it's a lovely little bee. And this mint, normally a cloud of insects go up on it, with the green bottle bit flies are loving it. There's these tiny hoverflies all over it. Again, the scissor bees, the yellow-faced bees, these are our tiny little bees that we have in the garden, are usually all over it. But as I say, it is early morning. I film early morning while it's quiet. So, and the butterflies use it too. The gatekeepers have really enjoyed using this. It's strawberry mint, smells delicious. And so this is from the kitchen window. So that's my view when I'm looking out. I love watching that Veronica and how many bees are on it, and as I say, I spot the hummingbird hawk moth, and then by the time I've got outside it's gone, so I haven't managed to video that. And also we've got our little fountain there that the birds use to bathe in, as you can see here. Normally there's sometimes up to 8 sparrows in it. As long as the fountain's not too high, they take it in turns having a bath in there, which is great to watch while you're in the kitchen. They sort of egg each other on. You go first and I'll follow, kind of activity with them. Yeah, there we go. A little splash. I think it's addictive. Once one sees one flapping and enjoying it, the others join in. There we go, all nice and clean. And this is some of the bees that I've filmed on the Veronica. As you can hear, they're difficult to video. They don't keep still, as I say in the video.
Tracy?
Yeah?
Can I take a picture of
the butterfly and the bee. And it's great because it's self-seeded in the path. I spotted this the other day, so I have managed to get these out with the roots and all, and I've put them in water for the time being to develop the roots, and then I'll pop them up So I'll have plants for next year. These are my tomatoes. They're doing absolutely brilliantly, although I accidentally did cut one of the trusses off. I'd watched a video where they take the leaves off, and I took the leaves off but cut one of the trusses off. And I think this is actually wild carrot. I didn't know what it was. It's been in a pot a long time, so it's small. And then we're going towards the next section, the main flower beds. I think the lavender is the star of the show at the moment here. Oh, and this is something a friend's gifted me. It's meant to be a bee water station. You fill that up with water and the water trickles down into that section. And I mean, bumblebees very rarely take water because they get it all from the nectar, but honeybees will take water from a water source. Occasionally bees, but very rarely. Lavender is, well, you know, it's always alive with bees. We've got red-tailed bumblebees, common carder, buff-tail, all sorts, and of course lots of gatekeepers this year. We've even had the gatekeepers mating. That was really great to see, and a good reason to keep your grass, another good reason to keep your grass long. These hydrangeas have done well considering the heat. I've watered them once, so they've done really well. Summer last year they were dying. The Joe Pye plant, fantastic, nectar source, and of course the fennel. The only thing that's missing from the fennel is common wasps. We are not getting any common wasps this year in our garden, which is really unusual. They're usually drinking from the pond and they're always on the fennel, but absolutely nothing. Wild marjoram and oregano here. Some of the oxeye daisies still struggling on, and the roses again have done just brilliantly. I've deadheaded one and it's sending up loads of new. This was brought for me during my retirement, and yeah, it's covered in buds again after being cut back. There's a lovely carder bee, and yeah, I cut back my what's the other one? Oh, my David Austin rose. I can never remember the name of it. And yeah, loads of new buds on that. Fantastic. That's the plant there is oh, what's it called? It's called, forgot the name of it. It's a thistle, like a thistle. It'll come to me in a minute. I've got it spread around the garden. I had one clump and I've divided it and spread it around the garden, but again, a great pollen source and nectar source. Oh, I forgot, this is betony. It's a wildflower, native wildflower that the bee was on earlier. And I just love the fennel. Look at the colour of that. It's just beautiful, the fennel. Very soft light on it. It's lovely. And I found one of my plants I planted some devil's bit scabious, again, another native plant. Unfortunately, it's grown tall enough above the flowers that are there, so I found that. I thought I'd lost it. Oh, echinacea. Is it called echinacea, that plant? I think it's called echinacea, that plant. I couldn't remember. This is the shrub I cut back hard in March, and it's thickened up beautifully. In fact, so much so the Japanese anemone is struggling next to it now, but yeah, I'm really pleased with how that's gone. This is just going over. This is the meadow sweet, again another native plant, just going to seed. It's been very popular with the bees. And then the astrantia has struggled a little bit, and so is this white buddleia, but it's always popular with red admiral butterflies, this one. And my husband managed to get a photograph of one visiting one of the stalks. So the meadow, what I class as the meadow, the yellow you can see is the gorgeous ragwort. Yeah, well, that's coping with the drought. It's looking really good. The only thing missing is the cinnabar caterpillars, but I have found one in the garden since, and I've put it on one of the plants, but I only found one. So this part struggles mainly because it not only does it lack a light, because that's the same echinacea there. I think it's called echinacea. I might be saying that wrong. And it's the bulbs, the thistles are very small, but it's due to the tree cover as much as anything. We have got so many big trees in our garden that they take up obviously a lot of water, and so the plants have to struggle with not just a little bit of shade here, but lack of water. I'll show you the trees we have in our garden. We've got this beautiful rowan tree, absolutely loaded with berries, crucial for the birds. They're usually gone before the winter arrives. They get scoffed by the blackbirds in seconds. And then we've got 3 mature birch trees, take up a lot of water. Birch trees, they do like a lot of water. And besides that, that's 4 trees, fully mature grown trees. We've got this massive cherry tree. So yeah, the plants have to compete with lack of water really. Besides the drought, the trees drink a lot of the water that's in the ground. This is the top end of the garden, and this gets a lot of sun, and ragwort's great for other insects as well. It's a great nectar source. It continually tops itself up. And lovely to know that we've had crickets here. Not crickets, yeah, crickets, meadow crickets I think they're called. I had to move this. This is the purple loose strife. It was in the pond. I've had to put it in a bucket with water because it was absolutely draining the pond. It's such a big plant. Since I did this, I've managed to top it up with, that's greater knapweed there. I've been able to top it up from the water butts. I've still got a large water butt that's got a lot of water in and a small one. So I've put about 50 gallons of water in it recently, so it's looking better. That's where I've put the cinnabar caterpillar on that ragwort. Yeah, so going towards the wilderness now. We've got the apple trees. This year it's having a rest year. Last year it was absolutely laden with apples, but this year there's a few on, but nothing that would provide a crop of apples. So the birds are welcome to those, and any that fall to the ground for the insects. And here it is again, echinops I think it's called. Not echinacea, echinops. There we go. Got there in the end. As we go through the arch, this is this is an everlasting sweet pea that I brought. It's supposed to be white, but it turned out pink, but it's absolutely covered in buds. And in fact, again, since I've videoed this, they have all opened on both sides, because the other side is like south facing. So here's my raspberry beds, my nettle beds, and my blackberries. The raspberries have sent up their new shoots for next year, and the blackberry's gone mad because I can't control it. I normally keep it sort of controlled. There's all the buds look on that sweet pea. Yeah, I normally keep it controlled, but it's gone wild, but it's not a problem because I'll cut it back once I can use both hands properly. And the nettle bed's been visited by red admirals and commas, so I'm not touching the nettle beds just in case there's eggs on there. Just a few flowers left to open on the blackberry, but the rest there are lots of berries developing now on it. So hopefully we'll have a good crop of those. Honesty in the garden, look at it, it's looking gorgeous. I don't know how many honesty plants we'll have in the end when they all drop their seeds, because each little one usually has between 4 and 6 seeds, so be mad. The Joe Pye plant has taken over from the green alkanet now, and he's very busy with insects. And the holly blues, we've had up to 5 holly blues on it. They seem to really love it. There's one, I think that's a male. Absolutely gorgeous little butterfly. It's been a good year for the holly blue. We had them at the beginning of the year, and this is the next brood. And as I say, we've had up to 5 in the garden. Joe Pye plant is a great wildflower plant. Not native though, but it copes with drought as well as liking damp conditions. The one plant in my garden that suffered really badly in the height of the heat was my oak. As you can see, the leaves got absolutely scorched. I am watering it regularly, and there is still green in it, so I'm hoping it will survive or push those leaves off and produce some more. And here we are. Well, this is a first in a long time. We've got grasshoppers in the garden. When we first came here, this garden was so dry and bright and sunny. We always had grasshoppers. My neighbours had them, and Yeah, the garden at night you could just hear grasshoppers. I think I can hear 3. I've gone quiet because I'm by them, but this one sat on the Jerusalem sage leaf. Oh, I just disturbed one. So yeah, that's really good. I'm sure there's at least 3. They've gone quiet now. See if I can catch them chirping and meet my new robin friend. It's fed out of my hand once. Still a little bit nervous, but he's trying fat pellets for the first time as I've run out of mealworms. I don't think he's very impressed. He wants mealworms, don't you? But as you can see, it's still a young one. Not fully in feather yet. In colour, main feathers. Still got its juvenile feathers. But it's getting very, very secure around me. Go on, you'll like them. Sparrows love them. Can you try them? So, where's the mealworms? This is the gatekeeper's mating. And we had this lovely little butterfly, small copper, in the garden too, which was fantastic to see. It's unusual to have them in gardens. And this is the yellow underwing moth. We had lots of these in the garden as well this year. I'm at a funny angle here. It's because I'm joined by my little robin friend. What's happening with my hair? Static. I'm with my little robin friend. I've just sort of moved a pot and it's looking for the insects. Let me turn you around and you can see. I think he spotted a couple of spiders right by me. I mean, he's caught a spider. There you go. So he's getting really used to me. He's definitely inquisitive when I move the soil. If I dig a bit, he comes back and has a little check. Right. Are you going to find anything? Have a look. I'm sure you'll find something. He's gorgeous. Look. Very, very. Can you hear the swift? I don't know if you can hear the swifts as well overhead. They'll be leaving soon. We're going away on a holiday to Dorset soon, and I think they'll all be gone when we come back. They're gathering up now. And when I've been walking up the one street that I take my granddaughter to school, they've been so low over our heads. And so he's finding little... Oh, found a big spider. Look at that. Wow. Whoa, it's gone down in one. Right, just to say a big thank you to everyone for watching and for subscribing, and just to say I'll see you all soon. Just looked at the long range forecast because we're going away for a week, and I've been tentatively watching the forecast because obviously I have a lot of pots in my garden due to the tree roots from the big trees, so a lot of plants do rely on me watering them, but originally it looked like it was going to be quite a drizzly week while I was away, but no, that's all changed and it looks like the heat is returning. Temperatures while we're away at the moment are looking like between 26 and 28 here, so pots will struggle, so they'll have to take potluck. My only one I'm mostly worried about is my tomatoes, which I've tended, and there's a lovely crop of tomatoes on there, so it'd be sad if they're affected, so I'm soaking those every day and then I'm going to put them in the shadiest part of the garden and hopefully they'll get through the heat of the week. if it's not too windy, it's not so bad. The worst day for drying everything out was when we had an easterly wind, which was absolutely gorgeous. It was so cool and lovely, but boy did it dry everything out so quickly. So yeah, so if it stays calm, it won't be quite as bad. So all I can do is give them a good soak before I leave and hope for the best. So just doing physio for my hand. I'm down to a splint now. The cast was removed Friday, and yeah, so just exercising to get the strength back into my hand now. The garden looks like August, not July, I think, at the moment, but it's lovely to have a new robin friend, and as you can see, he's helping himself to the little spiders when I disturb the ground. One thing I'd ask you to do if you can, it's the big butterfly count at the moment, and butterflies are having a good year even with the drought. They seem to be having a good year. We've had, as you've seen in the video, we've had gatekeepers in the garden for quite a while, and they're mating. They rely on grass to lay their eggs on, so another reason not to cut the grass. If you can do the big butterfly count, you just spend 15 minutes sitting in a sunny spot, and the app does it all for you really. It lists the butterflies to count, and you just press the plus sign to count how many. Hello again. So the robin just landed right next to me. To count how many butterflies you've seen. So I did one yesterday. We had 2 gatekeepers, 2 holly blue, 2 of everything, 2 speckled wood, and we had a comma a bit later after I'd finished the count that there was some whites. It was a bit overcast, so there wasn't many out. They tend to come out more in the sun, so find a sunny spot, and if you can, help the big butterfly count, the butterfly conservation, and count butterflies for them. They are such a signal. There he is again. They're such a signal to the state of our biodiversity in the country. They are one of the lanterns in the coal mine. So if the butterflies are doing well, we can sort of work from there and see the difference. Be on my shoulder in a minute. Hello. Yeah, wouldn't it be funny if he landed on my shoulder now? That would be fantastic, wouldn't it? It did land on my foot the other day, so you never know. Right, that was a good ending to the video. So take care, everyone, and I'll see you all soon. Have a great week, whatever the weather. So enjoy yourselves. Bye for now.